Good morning. It's turned out nice again. How's it going, guys? Yeah, I'd love to say it. You're not allowed to swear in your first 16 seconds of a YouTube video. True. Well, I guess you could, but I'm a good boy. Right, what am I doing? Tea bag. Hello, a bit of tea bagging. Where are they? There. Yorkshire tea biscuit brew. Do you know what? It's amazing how many people have told me they've bought some Yorkshire tea biscuit brew and I love it. If you've been on the Yorkshire tea biscuit brew, you might want to try this one next. Toast and jam. Alright. It's alright actually. It's got it for a change when you run out of them ones. I should be on commission, shouldn't I? I know I'm looking rough, guys. I've just got up. Do you know, hey, I tell you what. I just dropped a little spoon, right, on my foot. Like, and it right on the bone. I've got, like, sandals on. Not like Jesus sandals. Like, in fact, listen, I'll show you. Look at this, look. Beautiful, beautiful Adidas, right? Because I live in a hot country, you know what I'm saying? Really, really, really like these. However, Remy, the rescue dog, found them overnight. Fucker. I can't believe how much pain can be caused by a little spoon in your little toe. You've got the best quality content on here, guys. How are you doing? You all right? Now, listen, right? In fairness, this update is regarding the title in the video is going to be extremely brief. The rest of it, we're going to be talking about some other stuff. So once you've heard me talk about Thuram or whatever, you can, all honesty, you can switch off at that point, which I'm sure some of you will appreciate. Because I'm going to go through some of the comments and talk about things. But I don't think there'll be anything Liverpool in it. I don't know. Well, it depends what the comments say. So first of all, I need you guys to tell me how to pronounce his name. Is it Thuram or Thuram? I have no idea. You know, I'm like with names. If it's not Jack Daniels or John Smith, I don't know. I'm not woke. It's just this has got 0 carbs in it, unlike milk, which has about 5 grams per 100. So, right, let's get that out of the way first, and I'll finish making me a cup of tea. Marcus Thuram, whatever. I don't really tweet much really on my personal Twitter channel, which is @DuncanOldham, about football. Really, I try to avoid it a little bit. I do have @Cop Talk and @Cop Talk TV and @Cop Talk Podcast and @Cop Talk members. If you should follow Cop Talk TV on Twitter, for example, because every time I put a video out, I tweet it out on there. But on @Cop Talk, I did put some little snippets out last night. I don't really bother with that account, really, to be honest with you. I'm not really, most of the tweets I put out there, you'll see I turn the comments off. And that's because I'm not interested in anyone else's opinion other than my own. And I'm not even joking. What I mean by that is you guys on here, it's a more controlled environment. I love your comments. I always ask you to comment, right? I genuinely really do like that. Yeah, I really do. But on Twitter, it's a bit toxic. I'm not really interested in what some little shit, has got to say from his pay-as-you-go mobile. So I tend to turn the comments off, really. I ain't really got time to interact with people on there. One thing I won't do is waste my time on people when they start being smart and that. But I did put some tweets out on there, and one of them was about this kid. My battery's very low. I just want to read what I said on that particular tweet last night. Oh, well done to West Ham, by the way. I was delighted for them, to be honest with you. None of them. I have quite a few friends on my Facebook that support other London clubs, and I can assure you they did not want them to win. I'll tell you what, I might as well read all the tweets I put out. Nothing on Romeo Lavia since that recent inquiry by LFC. These are things we've discussed on here on the Cop Talk podcast, which I'll be updating when I go to my office. Manu Kone talks took place this afternoon, yesterday. I expect we'll hear some whispers by the weekend with regards to that one. Nothing on Marcus Thuram today. His agent is pimping him. Be cautious with reporting surrounding him. His agent is behind many of the reports, and that's what I was going to say to you in this video. Specific details have been given to me by an agent that knows. It doesn't really matter. I don't need to justify it. But if you want to believe me, it's up to you. But a friend of mine has told me that his agent and another agent that doesn't directly represent him is offering him left, right and centre, really whoring him out around, clubs. Which is why I use the word pimping him out. It doesn't mean that, listen, Liverpool have an interest in this player. There is no doubt about that. All right. But what I mean is be cautious by some of the reports, which means don't get too excited. Don't get too concerned if you see him linked with someone else. His agent is really, doing his job. Let's be honest, doing his job. But it's not like the agent of McAllister, for example, that was like, no, we really want to play for Liverpool. So I just want you to bear that in mind, all right? It's not, earth-shattering news or anything, but I like to feed back to my peoples, to my Cop Talk community and my friends here, what the latest chatter is, all right? And after 25 years, you do build up what business people have told me previously, a network of sources which you should exploit. That's what they always say to me, which I won't do. So that's what I just want you to be cautious with the reporting surrounding him. I think we're focusing on Kone ahead of him at the moment, but we might see some of that. What did I say? Later in the week, yeah? Was that? No, I didn't say that. You said be cautious. Who was it that I said be later in the week? Kone. Right. The other thing I tweeted about last night on Cop Talk was thank the Lord that Bellingham's future has now been resolved. Disappointed with our owners, but hey, nothing new there and no point crying about it, which I'm sure many of you would agree. It is frustrating, but there's not much we can do about it, and I just can't wait until he signs for another club and we can move on from it. He hasn't signed for anyone yet, though. You never know, do you? All right. Just squeezing my tea back. Right, so that at this point now is where you can turn off, because I have no intention to discuss anything else to do with Liverpool Football Club chatter. Later in the day it may be. The podcast we will update shortly. A couple of things I want to discuss. First of all, one of you commented yesterday on one of my videos, can you just cut the pre-chat out at the beginning of the videos and just get straight to the point? Well, the answer to that is no. I won't. I never will. This is my YouTube channel. I'll do what the fuck I want on it. And I enjoy having a cup of tea and talking with my friends here who like my style. This YouTube channel is for the Cop Talk community, which is based around my website, coptalk.com, which has been there since these fucking ITKs and that were on potties, all right? And as you can see, I'm an older gentleman, I'm a granddad, and I enjoy what I do. I'm not a YouTuber. I'm not here to entertain you in any way, shape or form. I couldn't give a flying fuck, whether you watch my videos or not, right? It's as simple as that. Did I put sugar in it? Well, I don't have sugar, I have sweetener. I couldn't care less, to be honest with you. I care about the people that want to watch my videos. If they go, I'm not watching anymore, I'd go, why? What's wrong? But those of you, you casual viewers that come in, you just jump from channel to channel. You're not the sort of people I want around here anyway, to be honest with you. And I'm not going to change my style, all right? If I want to come on here and waffle for 30 fucking minutes first, I will. And the people that enjoy my videos know that. They'll be like, oh, fucking hell, what's done good? Do you know what I'm saying, right? Because I'm not here to work to YouTube's guidelines or keep short videos, do this and viewer retention. I couldn't give a fuck. All right, so no. And that person that said that now can't comment on my channel, right? They can comment to themselves. Every single comment they put on there, they think we can see it. You'll never see it and I'll never see it. I can't be doing with that bullshit on here, all right? I have no problem, if you go, do you know what, I don't like these long videos, or I don't like, just get to the point. I have no problem if you don't like that. There's plenty of other people out there that you can go and watch, all right? But I'm me, and I ain't changing that for any fucker in the world. I'm not here to entertain or to appease or to get approval from anyone. So you can no longer comment on my videos. The next one, what was he called? Was he called Colin? Was it Colin? Morning, Colin. He got offended by my video yesterday about the chocolate. He did. He really did. And he was a bit of a spaz, to be honest with you. I tried to explain to him, I'm trying to explain that, as people back home maybe don't understand that there are products like this. I'm in a Spanish country, and if I was, things are not always what you may initially hear or see. Do you know what I mean? Like if I was to shout, hey, can I have one of them? You know what I'm saying? You might go, what's that all about? But really be talking about a piece of chocolate. We try and have banter, we try and have a laugh around here. Do you know what I mean? And people like you know, you try and, find something in everything to be offended by. Do you know what I'm saying? And again, I ain't got time for that, so you've gone too. So enjoy talking to yourself, fellas, all right? What I did want to do was touch on some of the comments in this video, because I am here having a cup of tea in the morning, doing what I enjoy, which is talking to my peoples that like to kick back, do the work or whatever they're doing, and are quite happy for me to stand here, or even some people share a cup of tea at the same time as me. So I'm going to go through some of the comments while I'm having this cuppa, all right? Matthew Beale. Matthew's a good lad. He plays Call of Duty, DMZ with me. Yeah, he was on there with Charlotte yesterday, my daughter, me, Charlotte and Matthew. YouTube.com/Duncan Oldham. What an exfil, final exfil yesterday. It was brilliant. The stream's still on there, the last few minutes, hilarious. Matthew says, you have to look at it like this. It's an upgrade on Ox and Keita for a fantastic price. That's what we're talking about, the Alexis McAllister signing. Gaujo, I disagree, Dunk. To me, that fee can't be considered a steal. If it's true, it's an epic swindle. Do you see what he did there? This player has quality, is intelligent, and will be good for the squad. He's spelled everything like that. I like that. For sure, he's... For sure. For sure. I also have no doubt that he's a real technician with great character. Hey, I like this, man. Chris says, well, it was unfortunate we didn't sign Jude. You can't say FSG aren't consistent. We don't pay exuberant prices for talent. What LFC do is seek out quality. I made that one up, the quality one. For reasonable prices, Diaz, Jota, Kanate, more success to come once this group gels together. McAllister is amazing business. Reds for Life, YNWA, what about Thuram? We've addressed that in this video. Catkins, hi Dunk, used to watch your vids daily years ago, but life got in the way. Always followed on socials and tried to keep an eye on how you're doing. Keep up the good work. So many memories of old vids, even when Awania signed years back from a club that sounded somewhere from Star Wars. Keep up the great work, and remember, Dunk knows best. All right. And I said to him, good to see you. I like it when people surface. I don't worry when people disappear. Lardy Baldino, playing transfer detective. At the start of the window, LFC, after losing 4 players with no other outgoings, could sign 3 non-homegrowns. With George, we'll just pronounce it George, right, on the staff. This indicated 2 players would come from Germany, with Alexis McAllister, Manu Kone, and Mickey van der Ven make up the will. That should say will. With Alexis, right, start again. With George on staff, this indicated 2 players would come from Germany, with Alexis McAllister. Manu Kone and Mickey van der Ven make up the 3. Adrian signing a new contract is significant. Without selling, should be a comma there, mate. LFC are limited to 2 targets. Mason Mount and Gabri Vega, classed as under 21, an agreement must already have been reached. The Vega one is one that I want you guys to pay attention to just over the next week or so. There's a little bit of chatter about that really, but not enough to get excited about it. But there is something going on there, I think. A little bit of sniffing and inquiring. But a bit like Remy yesterday, my rescue dog, when he was sniffing the cat's ass and I kicked him off. To, it came to nothing. So just bear that in mind. Peter Cumming, due to Real, 115 million plus add-ons, not worth that. Arcade, that bag of sweets might get you banned. You're absolutely right in saying judge FSG season by season. Pradeep, thanks for the update. Dunk as always, 35 million is a bargain, especially in this time and age for player transfers. Nathan Heath this is. I love dark chocolate as well, Dunk. What a bargain, Dunk, for McAllister. He also says great signing, hopefully more to come. John Shire, has Mickey Edwards returned? £35 million for McAllister. Dunk, seriously, please never change, mate. Not blowing smoke, but you are a breath of fresh air on social media. Why? You're a squad player, there's no BS. Well, not most of the time anyway. And besides, your son crack. And he's put there for great fun, YNWA. Thank you, brother. Mark Bingley appreciates every video I do, and he's a channel member as well. Ed Finnegan, Dunk, never stop your bids, life is hard at the moment, but your streams about my beloved Reds are too class. You are a top bloke, mate, always make me laugh. Well, that's good, Ed, and I appreciate that. Life can be hard, it can, we all know this. I'm not one of these wishy-washy types that'll tell you it's going to be amazing tomorrow, but try and keep your head up. You know, this applies to anyone on here. If you ever feel really, really down, and you're a bit like me, where you don't really want to talk to anyone about it, you know, that, I don't know if that's a good thing or not. You know what fellas are like. You can always email me, dunk@coptalk.com. I get quite a lot of people do that, to be honest with you. A lot of lads, you know, in that early 20s maybe, or 20 to 30 group. And, you know, if you email me, it takes a long time for me to reply to people. Not because I'm rude, just because I forget I have loads to do and that. But when I notice someone that's in a bad place, I always reply immediately. If you don't believe me, set up a fake account and wham you. But yeah, just keep your chin up, mate. Do you know what I'm saying? David Stevens, he says, nothing I like better after work than a coffee and watching you. I'm reasonably new to watching you, but pleased I do. It's so enjoyable. Just love the crack. It's true and honest. And that anyone can ask, long may you keep it up. Well, that's nice, isn't it? Jared Brown, 3785. People are fickle. If we signed him for 70 million, the naysayers will be happier than us paying the lowest sum of 35. There's some truth in that, to be honest with you. People can be a bit like that, Jared. Ooh, that's a nice cup of tea, that. Okay, this is a very long email, which I can't, comment, which I can't read out. But in brief, Jamie, and he might say some positive things, but he says the McAllister deal, it's okay, he's a decent player, but if he's the main target, I'm worried the club will fall away again. Thuram, decent prospect, I like him, but I was hoping for a more established player to be coming in. Lavia and Kone too. Vega has had one decent season. We need some real ability with experience. Ugarte would have been a solid addition, but we have a few CDM holding players, so why go for that type of player? Glasgow Red, brilliant video as always, mate. This is the McAllister one. We all really appreciate our work you put into them for us all, mate. YNWA, thank you. Howard Rimmer, great signing. Let's hope for a few more. Thomas Ray, afternoon dunk, love the show every day. He's commented on the podcast there. Jake Palmer, great signing, mate. Incredible business. Hopefully we get Thuram and Kone in next. Thanks for being a channel member, Jake. I do appreciate that, brother. Kyle's Nape, I think that is 35 million for a World Cup winner and starter is a no-brainer. Would love to have got Jew, but for 100 million plus, I'd rather get a whole new midfield for that. Most importantly, we slapped this deal up quick. Glad he'll have a pre-season with us as well. Reminds me of a Coutinho will score, but most importantly create, especially with Thiago being in and out with injuries constantly. This just says user SJ7GZ. I like people like that are a bit under the radar. 35 million is a great deal. However, with agent fees and signing on fees, more like 60 mil, good start to the window. Yeah, but no, I wouldn't say that. But I get your point that there are, of course, fees on top. But if it was 70 million, then there would be fees on top of that as well. Johnny K202, straight to the point. James Pearce is a complete knob. Thank you for being a channel member. Johnny, you're exactly the type of person that I want around here. Not that I'm implying anything about James Pearce, I just like people that like say what they feel. Spectre. I can't do the alien thing. He likes aliens and that. I don't know how to do it. John Henry would be more delighted than anyone about Alexis McAllister today. Doesn't have to spend over the odds knowing his ways as a businessman. At least someone has to keep Linda happy. Oh, I'd like to keep Linda happy. I've got some aspirin over there, you know. I don't need them blue pills, though. I'm not even sure you're allowed to joke about them things. Good. Maybe I'll offend someone else, because we don't want no pussies around here. At least someone has to keep Linda happy for a new yacht this summer. But jokes aside, I'm not joking. I'm buzzing with this McAllister deal because it could help us bringing in more additions for midfield and defence this window. Good point. Oh. He also says, Dunk, have you noticed a certain Fenway Echo journalist that shall not be named read an article yesterday, I believe, mate. And then he says, we should be grateful for FSG ownership by signing players like Alexis McAllister for price involved. They are such FSG propaganda pro-mouthpiece on this ownership, yet didn't want to criticise them after Jude Bellingham involvement. Absolutely, they're a waste of time. We know that. Luke, Remarkable that we got Alexis for that price. John W must be doing cartwheels in Boston even at his age. On a serious note, no excuse why we can't bring in 2 more midfielders. Barbican, he's a positive lad, is Barbican. I see him in the comments all the time. He says mediocre play, very one-dimensional, very average season. And we are overpaying, in capital letters, for him because of fake, right, capital letters, interest from other clubs pumping up the price. Overpaying? 35 million? You fucking taking the piss, you. I don't think he is, actually. The Yorkshire Red. Yorkshire. I like Yorkshire, he's good. He's a channel member as well, that's why I like him even more. Laughed my ass off, Dunk. This video was brilliant. You can tell you're in a good mood. That was the chocolate video yesterday. Someone says, Tom Hanks' long-lost brother. That's Arthur Stone. Tom Hanks' long-lost British brother. Do you know what? What's that all about? How can I'm like the obese Tom Hanks or something? Do you know what? Listen, fellas, I got a tip for you here, right? If you ever want to get a nice, you know what I mean, American chick, you know what I'm saying? Because I like them American birds, I've got to be honest with you. Now, all you have to do is go in one of them weight loss groups, right? Because they're all full of Yanks, really, right? And don't go in the British ones, because you'd have the fat birds back home, they're not worth it, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, so at least the American ones have got the nice, you know, coffee, you want a coffee? Oh, you. Anyway, so in them groups, it's populated by women, right? So when I go on there, right, I might have done in the past, right? When I go on, not for that reason, I go on there and go, oh yeah, you know, this was me previously, and this is me now. When I know what you're thinking. You think, no, listen, don't take the piss. That was a lot bigger, right? And I mean a lot bigger. And if you go right back to my first videos on here, you'll see what I mean. And I'm going in the right direction again. So I'll put a before and after picture on, right? And I swear down, man, 300, 400, 500, all these chicks. Oh, well done, well done. Ooh, look at them eyes. Ooh, do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then, right, in those comments, I see a lot of people say, oh, it looks like Tom Hanks. Oh, I thought that. Tom Hanks? How the fuck do I look like Tom Hanks? And I got a comment here saying that. What's that all about? Can't say that. Imagine Tom Hanks, he'd be like, that fuck's it. I mean, he's not the most attractive fella. Look what I've just said. You know what I mean? No, he's got nice eyes, he's got nice personality. I've heard he's hung like a fucking donkey, to be honest. It's all about the girth, that's what the girls tell me. Anyway, be careful in them groups, because one American girl once friended me. I had no idea who she was, and I left it about 3 months, fell out with the bird I was with at the time, accepted it, got close to her and all that, you know what I'm saying? Like, it involved her on the streams on here and everything, and then it all fucking kicked off. Worst thing I ever fucking did in my life. So, Cameron, I think Damien Comolli was the sporting director when we signed Andy Carroll. Great signing. McAllister. My mother died in 2019, and I too have the cat now, and I feel exactly the same about the last connection thing. And then, bless him. And then he says, but 35 million, it's robbery. Keep your up, kid. I know what it's like. Justin Samuel, he says, Man United getting their new ownership. Yeah, fuck them. We've got to keep an eye on it, though. Justin O'Hara, he says, I love a bit of dark chocolate. Big T18 Cross, complete bargain. I've still to be convinced that this guy is as good as people are saying. But at 35 million, it's well worth the risk. Great vid, Dunk. Long time viewer, first time commenter. Ah, that's nice. I like that. Thank you. Yeah, there we go. James Bond. On a Sunday afternoon, if a James Bond movie used to come on, I'd be sat down there. My mum would be on the other side here if she was like here. And she'd go, right, that's me off, son. And she'd leave straight away. She fucking hated James Bond movies. Anyway, James Bond says, epic intro. And a laughing face. Someone found it funny. Fucking hell. Colin yesterday, miserable fucking Colin. We talk about miserable Martin. We see miserable Colin. Not funny. It's 2023. All right, yeah, we'll all just lose a sense of humour for you, Col. You and your fucking comrades. Horse for course, off topic, have you seen The Covenant? What a good movie, reminded me of you on Warzone. The Covenant, I don't know. I got terrible memory, honestly. Joe Stedman, love hearing your thoughts. 35 mil is an absolute bargain in my opinion. Keep up the good work, don't. Right. Colourfulness. Let that dog be a boy. I am not letting the dog lick the cat's ass. Dale, drawing up a schedule. Be interesting to see how that works out. I know. I said I've drawn up a schedule this week, like to be professional and that. Do you know what I mean? So far, it's working-ish. Norton Kelly, whatever we spend this window should be on top of what it costs for JB. No excuses. Club has been chasing him for months, if not years, and always knew the likely price. McAllister, at that price is a good deal. I noticed Gross and Tossard move in Brighton's MF more than Mac, though didn't watch the WC, to be honest. Biggs, that impression of Fabrizio Romano is spot on. Tony Peters, quality dunk, love it, mate. Them biscuits look nice. 35 million bargain buy, just did a few more like that. It's a great start for us, mate. Now, this is an interesting comment, because I did the video, with the chocolate yesterday, right? It's not my fault the chocolate is called Negro. You know what I'm saying? Now, we try and make things like a little bit light-hearted on here. Colin, for example, read into that and took great offence to it. Do you know what I'm saying? And there was no suggestion that Colin was like this chap here, that product, who comments on a lot of my videos and comes into streams and whatnot. But I remember saying yesterday, if my boy Kev comes in, like Kev's, Kev calls him when he comes in, he goes, "Hey, Dunk, how's it going? It's your token black friend." Right? Banter. That's what we need in life and society, is banter. Not people like Colin playing us off for each other, trying to make out there's something there when it's really not. I deplore racism. But my black friends can come on here and have a fucking giggle with me, right? And I'll have a giggle with them. They can take the piss out of me, and I'll take the piss out of them. Do you know what I'm saying, right? And we were having a giggle, right, about the chocolate. And I think I said something like, "I bet you guys never thought you'd see me on here, sucking and chewing some, some Negro." Do you know what I'm saying? Which is the name of the chocolate that I was eating yesterday. The fuck is wrong with you, Colin? Do you know what I'm saying? Well, we'll never know, will we, Colin? Because you can't comment on my videos anymore. And people did pull him up in the comment section. We're like, "God, knock it off, Colin." For fuck. And then it straight away replied, abuse to everybody. Every single person. He didn't say, "Well, I think," just abusive. So offended, but then went round name calling everyone. Goodbye, Colin. The product said, "From one Negro to another, I nearly spat my coffee out at that. LOL, brilliant." See? You see what I mean? I'm more milk chocolate than dark, though. I also cut out sugar and totally agree about dark chocolate. Now, do you see what I mean? How people can be so different in society. We got Colin, who I don't think is a particular shade of chocolate. All right? I don't think so. There was no suggestion of that. And we'll leave it at that. But the product there is saying, "I nearly spat my coffee out at that. LOL, brilliant." Not offended in the slightest. He knows there's no malice. Just like, how could there be any malice anywhere in that? Do you know what I mean? And this is the worrying thing when it comes to politics in the UK. I tell you why, right? Because nobody likes the Tories, right? They don't want the Tories in. They destroyed the country and all that. But once you elect Labour, right? Which Labour's the only party I've ever voted for in my life in a general election. In any election, I've never voted for anyone ever in my life in the United Kingdom or in England, whatever it's considered in the elections, other than Labour. True. I would never vote for him today, though, because it's full of people like Colin. All upset and cancel culture and woke as fuck and all that. You haven't really got much choice in England at the moment, guys. But I can't bear the thought of the Tories either. And I'm not one of these people like, "Tories, come, fuck it." I was when I was younger, do you know what I mean? I was brought up in a council estate, so you know what I'm saying? But 4 council estates I lived on as a kid. That family got fuck all, you know what I mean? But Labour today is a bit strange. But what I'm trying to say here is, I can't be doing with them lot, that woke lot. There's nothing wrong with being woke to issues you need to be woke about, but fuck me, don't they make a big deal out of something? Do you know, they're like Stan Collymore, aren't they? When he sees racism and everything, John Barnes on the other hand goes, "What the fuck are you talking about?" You know what I'm saying? Fuck, I ain't got time for these fucking numpties. Guys, you should see me going through my comments after I've made a video when someone runs around like that. You can fucking get gone. Because I don't want people like that around. I want people like the product that come on here. The people that want us all just to fucking get along in life. That have got a sense of humour. Do you know what I mean, guys? We don't want people like Colin. That's why we've all fucking arguing and fucking falling out and people are extremists because of people like that going round. You know what I'm saying? Oh, fuck, Colin's gone. Was it Colin Pascoe? Good start to the window. Let's hope we bring in a few more Biff baggers. Noble, he says, I'm FSG out myself. They've taken us as far as they can, in my opinion. Some people are so anti-FSG, they can't see a positive anything we do these days. And that's how I feel. I get we want them done, guys, but come on, credit where it's due at times. Yes, yes and no kind of agree with you. Like, I am FSG. I'm not bothered about these people. Being anti-FSG to the extreme of, well, let's just stop there. Being extreme. An extremist is not healthy, I don't think. Credit where it's due at times. Yeah, I can't say no, but what I will say about that is what I expect minimum anyway. You know what I mean? So I don't really want to credit them for just doing what they should be doing. But I see your point. And it's a bit like going back to the political thing. And I want to be, can I just bring up politics again, please? I want to be very, very clear with this. I don't consider myself left or right, really. I mean, I am definitely more leaning to the right because them fuckers on the left drive me mental. Do you know what I mean? They wind me up, so they send me the other way. But when I go the other way, you start like, you might follow someone that's that way inclined, and it's like, that's too much for me. So I can be kind of like, well, I agree with a few of them things from the left, and I agree with a few of the things from the right. Can we just not all get along? And if you stop screaming at each other, you know, and refusing to accept that sometimes the other side can do something right, life would be a lot better, I think. Do you know what I mean? But, you know, I watched a documentary the other day called What is a Woman? And I agreed with that documentary and everything that was in it, to be honest with you. And, you know, straight away, if you say, oh, that, you know, you should watch this, it's like, oh, you're a transphobe. It's like, no, I'm not a transphobe. Oh, no, I'm a fuck. I don't give a fuck what you do, what bitch you got hanging between your legs. Couldn't give a flying shit what you identify as. But this is how they react. If you turn around and say, I have a problem with the people coming over on the dinghies, immigration is a problem in the UK, something needs doing for them people and for the United Kingdom. Oh, racist, are you? Do you know what I mean? It's like, no, I'm not racist, but they can't go on forever. Do you know what I mean? You can't say anything, because if you say anything, then them lot over there, the Collins of the world, they get offended and will accuse you of stuff that you're not. And that's the fucking problem. The reason I mention that is because of the FSG thing. If every single thing they do is scummy, we'll never get anywhere. Do you know what I mean? I don't like FSG, guys. I really don't. I don't want them at the club. I really don't. You should know that. Even Remy doesn't. Oi! Probably seen a cat and he's like that. Oi! Zip it! Laura Beach. Hey. Great, down-to-earth content, mate. Keep up the awesome work. Thank you. It's very nice. Gareth Turner. He's a channel member as well. Thank you, Gareth. Obviously, I know that name. Oi! What do you think you're doing? I agree, Dunk. Great deal. Are you not doing 3 p.m. chats anymore? With this price, if true, I could be right with us getting both Cornet and Thuram. Thanks again for a good vid. ITK Gareth. 3 p.m. chats. To be honest with you, I'm a little bit tired at the moment. I'm just a little bit tired. So what I've been doing when I finish my downtime in the afternoon, I have been jumping on my other YouTube channel and streaming on there, which is still a live chat. You know, people can come along and chat, but I feel a bit exhausted at the moment. But I will be doing them, yes. I will be doing them, but I have a lot of things going on at the moment. And in the mid-afternoon, I'm like, oh, so tired. Do you know what I mean? So it's just at the minute, I'm just a little bit tired at the minute. Which brings me on to Saturday night. So there will be no Saturday night streaming this weekend. I don't think I'll be live either. I did think of just calling it Saturday night streaming without the play of words in the title. But I don't think I will on Saturday. It's a long time since we've had a break. Now, we had, like, last Saturday, wasn't very good, to be honest with you. I enjoyed Saturday night, it was good. But there was people were bickering, there was arguments, people sulking. It was just, like, not a kind of environment that I want to be caught up with. The Saturday nights for me, they're like my everything during the week. And maybe that means my life is shit, I don't know. But I can't think of anything better than being online with you guys on a Saturday night. It is the highlight of my week, and I absolutely love them, right? So why am I not doing one this Saturday? Because on Sunday, I'm going somewhere. You know what I'm saying? So on Sunday, I'm going somewhere, I'm doing something, and there's no way I could possibly do that if I stay up till 5 o'clock in the morning, even 3 o'clock in the morning with you guys with a drink in me. Even though I only need 2 or 3 hours sleep after a stream on a Saturday night, I would be tired on Sunday, you know what I'm saying? And like, it wouldn't be ideal for me. So I need to turn out. I need all the help I've got. Do you know what I'm saying? So Sunday, my intention is, well, Sunday I'm going out Sunday. Yeah. If you follow Instagram and Twitter at Duncan Oldham, you'll see what within reason what I'm up to on Sunday. So that's the only reason that I'm not doing a stream on Saturday night. Uber. Do I want an Uber? There's no Uber in. What the fuck are you on about? Sandra has sent you a message. Hello. Okay. I have no idea who that is, by the way. Where was I? No, so I don't want you to think I'm not doing a stream on Saturday because of people being miserable last Saturday. It is absolutely nothing to do with that, but it's good timing if you think about it. But no, I'm not going to do that. Sunday I want to be fresh. I'm going to be up early. I want to get the old spice on, you know what I mean? And you know what I'm saying, guys? You know what I'm saying? I'm going to take care of business. However, Saturday night, at the same time as usual, I think I will be streaming on my other YouTube channel because my boy Smooth, my best friend in New York State, many of you know him, he's on the intro to my podcast. For 20 years more, or 20 years or something like that, it's his day off and he's 6 hours behind me. So if it's 2 in the afternoon, 8 for me, in the evening for me, I will no doubt be taking every opportunity to spend some time with my friend, and we'll be on Call of Duty DMZ, which will be streaming on youtube.com/Duncan Oldham. So go to that channel, subscribe, because if you don't and you just turn up, you can't comment because you need to be a subscriber for a short period because I can't watch the chat, you know what I'm saying, when I'm playing. So if Saturday night, if you want to come along for that, then by all means do. But yeah, there'll be no, I'm not drinking on Saturday night. My friends were pissed off with me on Monday because I didn't have a drink. And I don't want to drink on Saturday. I am trying to look after my health a little bit, you know, and I'm trying to lose weight. And when I have a drink, you know, the next day I tend to have a bit of an appetite, and I don't think it really helps. And on Sunday, I'm meeting someone that's been, that I've been talking to as a friend for, you know, just over a year. And we've never met up because, you know, I'm not really that kind of person. But yeah. She's Spanish, she's nice a nice girl, but we're only friends, you know what I'm saying? But I have finally agreed and said, you know what, fuck it, you're all right, then I'll pop along. So I'm just going to go for a coffee, isn't that what you need? All right, I know what you're all thinking, all right? Look, just wait till Monday morning's video, all right? So Gareth, in answer to your question, yes, we will be doing some videos, but at the moment, I'm on my other YouTube channel. I'm trying to grow the audience a little bit on there. It still enables you guys to come across. So when it says I'm live on here, go to youtube.com/Duncan Oldham. Please come, because the guys are still there and they're still talking about Liverpool in the conversation. So Saturday night, that's where I think we will be. JMO, love your vids, Dunk, animal lover, Liverpool fan, sound guy, great sense of humour, legend, YNWA. I saw that comment yesterday and it made me smile because it was immediately after that knob jockey that was offended by my other video. Kim Falki Bulan. Agree with you on the club being up for sale, and I think it's going to happen with the next 3 months. Wow. Jeff Core, been watching now for about a month. Every video, I'm more and more fascinated about the wonderful world of Dunk. Keep it up, mate. How nice is that? Thank you, Jeff. You too commented immediately after Colin. Jeff's a great name. I like Jeff. My uncle's called Jeff. Thank you, Jeff. Very grateful for your comment. These comments, you know what I mean? I don't need people to like shine the old ego. Trust me, DKB. You know what I mean? You know, I have a podcast called Dunk Knows Best. I don't need anyone to polish my ego, which is a bit fun, really. The DKB originated from many years ago, probably around 2004, something like that. I can't remember when I kicked loads of people off my website that were ruining it for people, and they went and set up a Liverpool fan site to rival me, to take me down. And then there was a blog created all about me, you know, to try and discredit me. And it's just loads of lies and shit like that. And I read an article on there about me one time. And I used to, you know what I mean, read it and think, fuck's sake. And there was a lad in the comments, I would love to know who it was, and he replied, he was defending me, I don't know who he was at all, and he went, "You're just jealous, Dunk knows best." Do you know what I mean? And that was it. And from that point on, the Dunk knows best. I used to put it in my editorials at the end. I used to reply to these people, DKB, people started saying it. And then if you were to come to my house, you would see it. It's like, it's on my towels, it's on my water bottles, you know what I mean? So it's even in my trainers. I have custom Adidas trainers with DKB on and everything. Do you know what I mean? It's a bit of a giggle, you know? But going back to that point, you know, so maybe it comes across as a bit arrogant, but I'm not really like that. I just don't tell people. It was to wind them up, and it stuck, you know what I mean? But now, you know, like, what I'm saying about the comments is, I don't mind anyone having a different opinion to me. And I'm also like, I don't get offended when people say, "Oh, you're talking shit, mate." I'm not going to ban anyone for that. Do you know what I mean? If someone's really disrespectful, though, to me or to anyone in the community, I will remove them for that. And when people come on here and say, get to the point, that I remove them instantly. It's like, fuck you. Do you know what I mean? So I just want to be very clear about that. And always be very, very careful. If you leave a comment and you're only joking, please put an emoji in. Because if I read it the wrong way, you'll be like, what the fuck? Do you know what I'm saying? Because seriously, guys, I ain't got time for this shit. Anyway, Jeff, thank you. Idiot Abroad, another channel member, great person. Getting McAllister is like paying for a massage and getting a reach around without paying for the extras. You can't please some people. Oh my days. That is a great comment, that. Justin says, as long as it's not Schofield doing the reach, you know, I'd have to politely decline the offer. An Idiot Abroad replied, I don't think he'd be interested. My 13th birthday was a long time ago. Captain Sal, great signing. I'm not bothered how much he costs. I'm just happy we got him. That's the attitude. The Scouse Adam, he says, I don't like... Just channel member as well. Thank you, Scouse Adam. I don't like FSG. If you was a business, why would you spend 150 million on an unproven English player at Premier League level? Yes, I would like Bellingham, but if you can sign McAllister and some others for a similar price, then you surely are going to do that. Look at Salah, Mane, Bobby, etc. I do suppose some will say it's FSG managing expectations, but I do still want FSG out there. And I think that's probably a really, really good comment, because it is kind of managing our expectations, right? At times, because we've all been, like, well, not all, but some of us, you know, you could argue that we're all going like along the line of, well, this makes more sense if we can get 3 players, 4 players, whatever, you know, instead of 1 player, you know, the money it would have cost for 1 player, maybe, and if that happens, that's the only thing, you've got to be careful with these fuckers. Maybe that's managing expectations, but in a positive way, like, come on, guys, keep it real. How many times have we ever had those conversations with our partners or with friends or anyone say, come on, man, you know it makes sense. Do you know what I mean? Look, Dave, you know I want to do that, but fuck that. Don't take it to fucking Australia, mate. You've only known her 5 minutes. You might as well go to fucking Ibiza or something. Do you know what I mean? You'll still get shagged. And if she likes you, then she hangs around, then take her to Aussie. But not yet, save your fucking money. He's not going to turn around, is he, and go, you're managing my expectations. Donkey's going to go, what's your fucking DKB? You know what I mean? Who's out there cutting grass? There is no grass round here. Oh, it's not grass cutter. Grass cutter, wax on, wax off. Oh, I don't even know if you can fucking... Can you even joke about that today? You can't say fucking now, can you? Colin will be sat there like that, and I'm reporting this video. Hey, I tell you what, when someone thumbs down was one of my videos, I laugh out loud at that. I laugh out loud at that. What's that all about, guys? How could you ever be so pissed off with a video or something that you thumbs down? Do they sit there and go like that? I'm going to thumbs down this video and hurt his feelings. Fucking hell, it cracks me up, man, that. Yeah, do you mean? When it says, like, normally my videos say 100% thumbs up or something, then I'll see one that says 97% down, and I think that's Colin, innit? It's fucking Colin, that. He's fucking crying somewhere. Oh, man. Anyway, Scouse Adam, I agree with you. I think you talk a lot of sense. Paul Isherwood, he's a good lad. He comments, he comes on the streams all the time. Brilliant deal, that Dunk. There's still plenty of cash left to spend, I hope. Mike, thanks, Dunk. Oh, hang on, let me shut this window. It's not grass. You know, it's the Ghostbusters. They come down the street going, meh, cleaning the streets. Very clean, these streets around here. Mike says, thanks, don't you? Gary Richards. See, Gary won't have been offended by my dark chocolate video. Yeah, Gary won't be. He's not a fanny. Tally-o! I love Gary Richards. I really like, he's put great business. I like Gary Richards, he's mint, man. He likes a cup of tea, does Gary. He's alright. See, I love my community. Why would you want hundreds and hundreds of thousands of fucking subscribers and not know anybody? Do you know what I mean? And as long as you fuckers keep joining my channel, right, we're alright, yeah? You know what I'm saying? My fridge is empty though, guys, just saying. And it's nearly the weekend. There's no steak in my fridge, and you can see I'm a growing man. Hit that fucking thumbs up, not that thumbs up. No, fuck that. The love art thing, hit that one. Get me a steak, come on. Get me a steak. I'm not even joking. Right, let's have a look. Ian Longland, on to the next one. Brilliant news. Bob Paddock, despite the strong push by United and City at the end, Alexis signed for Liverpool. Yes. Horse for course, good signing. Dave Murray, when Dunk says it's done, it's done. Thanks for this great update. Horse for course, good signing. Matthew Dunn, if we'd have gotten him for 35 million down from 60, that's an absolute bargain. Frees up a lot of funds for Kone and Thuram. Gavin Morgan, really happy with Mac. Ed Finnegan, great vid Dunk, always superb. Danny Harris, great news today, Dunk. Let's hope we can kick on and make some real statements with incomings. This is Babacan again, but I don't know if it's on. This seems very similar to the previous comment, but a mediocre, one-dimensional, mid-range player with a below-average passing ability and no real playmaking vision. FSG bullshit, PR machine, top red Muppets, etc., all making him out to be the next Iniesta. I would love to watch television on a Saturday night with Babacan. I just love to sit next to him. I think it'd be funny. This is Steve JM. He says, cheers, don't love your videos as you don't do clickbait. Thank you. Yusuf Adam, it's done when it's on the BBC. There's a joke in there, really, but I'm not going there. You know what I mean? I'm just thinking about that chocolate again. You know what I'm saying? Got to be careful. Anyway, I'll only end up making myself feel very insecure. You know what I'm saying? Steve JM, cheers, don't hope you enjoyed your breakfast. Oh, we're going back a bit now. Club Insider claims buying interest is genuine, but... so I think maybe we're falling into some older comments now. I don't know. This made me laugh. This is Justin O'Hara talking about my schedule. He's put, as Rafa would say, fantastic. Oh no, it's fantastic. It's Brendan Rodgers. Brendan Rodgers, fantastic. 7 o'clock coffee. Oh yeah, because he's talking about Alexis McAllister. So fantastic. That's Brendan Rodgers. 7 o'clock coffee. 8 o'clock tea. 9 o'clock coffee. 10 o'clock cook a scran. What are you trying to say about my schedule? Why did I sound like I got a feather up my ass? Cheers for the update, Dunk. 1 down, 7 to go, he says. Hey, Percy Musser. I just joined YouTube and subscribed to your channel. Thank you. You made it a good decision. Jen, she hit the love heart button. She's the only person out of 22,300 people that hit the love heart button yesterday. That's society. Cheers, Jen. Jen always looks after me. She's lovely. Matthew Wary, do you think it's interesting that this window seems to be playing out much more in the media than previous windows? I think there's a bit of a good point there in your comment, to be honest with you, because I do think that there is, when the Kone and Thuram links appeared, I did think that was very well timed because it came in with the appointment of George, right? So I think they want to make this guy look like he's been successful. So I think you're going to see stuff like that. It'll be interesting to see our first unveiling if we see nice big pictures of George there. Do you know what I mean? Which I think would be, you guys would say, well, that would be normal, don't me? I think, nah, you're in the background. Do you know what I mean? Get out of the way. We don't want to see you. It should be the manager and then you sign him. But I have a feeling that they will make a big deal of George in the press stuff. I might be wrong. He comes across as a guy that would be like, I don't want to be in your fucking, you know what I mean? I don't need that. Let's be honest, the McAllister thing has nothing to do with George. They say he's contributed to it, but I don't believe that for 1 minute. I mean, he's contributed to it. Yeah, that'd be good. I know him. He's a good player. There you go. That's contributing, right? I don't believe that. I think that we need to look at, you know, the outgoing sporting director and credit him. And it is a good bit of business, regardless whether the player flops or becomes a legend or not. £35 million is fucking ridiculous. Anyway, yes, I do think that it is playing out a bit more in the media at the moment. But I've noticed that the ones that are playing out more in the media tend to be the big name players. I think the Click have been very quiet recently, which is very interesting. It is very interesting, and we need to work out why that is. You could say they don't know what's fucking happening. No, if there is a change of sporting director, they've got to establish connections and friendship with that sporting director. And that sporting director might not want to tell them fucking anything. Now, if you're a sporting director at a club and you're about to leave a club, then you might want every other potential new employer to think you're amazing. So you'd want it out there you'd want to be credited with so much. And I can think of an example of this, not to do with transfers, but Pep Lijnders. Because I think that Pep Lijnders, or people associated to him, made a real conscious effort probably 6 months ago, maybe a little bit longer, because you know what I'm like with my memory, to really talk about how important he was to Klopp and how much of a say he had in things, and really bigging up his reputation, which we shouldn't even hear about assistants and things like that, in my opinion. So I do wonder, I do think that you've made a very interesting point, and maybe we need to touch on this with the Click, because they do have to form new friendships and that now, I think, you know what I mean? Right, I think we can, just one final one. Spectre says, have you seen any links to Celta Vigo's wonder kid Gabri Vega over in Spain? Yes, I have. And I have some Spanish friends that support Real Madrid. Only Real Madrid. The Woods. If you mention Barcelona here, I remember when I first moved here, I remember saying to like the workmen and stuff like that, which Spanish team do you support? Oh, Real Madrid. Not Barcelona. Not, fuck them. Fuck, they're not Spanish. Fuck Barcelona. Be careful when you come to Spain if you ever ask anyone about that. They don't see for obvious reasons. Sorry, I got private messages. You know, they don't like Barcelona. To be honest with you, Valencia is probably the closest team to me. Or there's another one nearby, but I actually only this morning I was looking at Valencia season tickets. I thought maybe I'll get a season ticket there next year or something like that. But then there's a little club in my town, you know, that I could go and watch football, and maybe that would make more sense. It's 15 minutes away from my house, and I do like to, you know, I think I'll do that. I don't think I'm going to be going to Valencia all next season. I don't think I could be asked. It's probably about an hour and 45, an hour and a half, and I'm kind of past them days. I used to do Anfield, 3 hours there, 3 hours back. No in a fucking world I'd do that now. But anyway, Gabri Vega, yes, they've told me to keep an eye on that. I have a friend, a Spanish friend, and he is a professional in, let me rephrase this, he works in football in a professional capacity in the football divisions, not La Liga, the top flight, but he's in the mix, he's in that industry. And you remember many years ago, Aspas, well, we all know the jokes about Aspas, but he was actually a very good player. Didn't work out from Liverpool. He left and he went on to be really good. But I remember at the time him saying about Aspas, and he was saying they're inquiring about him. He's going to go to Liverpool. I'd never heard of him at the time. And he was right. Everything he said about him was right. And I've got to be honest with you, when there is big stuff going on to do with Liverpool Football Club and maybe Real Madrid, like if Mo Salah was linked with them, I would be saying to him, what's the crack here? And I know that that might sound daft, like, oh yeah, because he knows everything, Doug. That's what people are like. People are negative, right? People like Colin, for example. And, you know, people can say, well, yeah, right, so just because he says it. No, it's not like that. What you do is you do have a network of friends, and all in different places and associations and different jobs, and you listen to everybody, and that's how you form opinions. And I don't care what anyone says. You do not need a direct line to a sporting director's office or the manager's office, you know, because if you have an extensive network of sources, which I think I said once in this thing, and I don't like using that words like sources and contacts, but if you have an extensive network of friends, which you have built up over 25 years, and I know we take the piss every time I say that, but I like to remind newcomers how long I've been here, because I'm not just some fucking div that's just started here. Well, I'm a div, but anyway, that's irrelevant. But when you have got that, you do get a lot of opinions, and there's so many different ways that people can provide you information. You know, I know people that work in a wide... how do I say it without saying it? I know people that work in a wide, in a number of different positions, right? I know people that work within the club. I know people that work within the club in different locations. You know, some of the best contacts I ever had over the year was people that worked on the gate at Melwood. Do you know what I mean? Like, and I remember mentioning that in a video once, and one of them that wasn't a friend of mine took great offence to that, because it was like casting suspicion over me that I might be... Do you know what I mean? So if you know someone like that, if you think about it, if you know the guy or a guy that works on security at somewhere to do Liverpool Football Club, they see every in and out. They sheets of paper I've had like that sent to me. All right? And you might say, well, that's breaking a privacy. So some of these people are Liverpool fans, you know what I mean? And they just want to, you know, not doing anything damaging. Well, I don't know. That's a moral thing, isn't it? There was a guy in the news yesterday talking about how he used to whack Prince Harry's phone. He said he don't give a fuck what anyone thinks of him. You know, I don't know. That's where everybody wants the news, but then they might start getting all like, well, that's wrong. I don't know. I don't ask anyone. I've never asked anyone in my life to send me anything, but sometimes they do. So you know these people, you know contractors, you know fans that might organise things. I was going to give an example, but I'm not going to. Tag 2056, you know, that's a Cop Talk member. He's got a Twitter account, Tag 2056. He would never describe himself as an ITK, but he's worked in an extremely high and trusted position within the club. He cares immensely about the club. He fucking hates FSG. That's because he will know a lot more than you and I. And, you know, you just get to know lots and lots and lots of people. You just do, and you tap into that. So I might have a friend, just an ordinary friend that works down the divisions in the Spanish football, and he might say, well, you know, I work with whoever at Valencia. You know, they know each other, and they'll say, well, the chatter is at the moment that Aspas is going to Liverpool, and I was banging that out, you know, on Cop Talk back in the day, and people were like, well, who the fuck's that? You know, and I was like, I fucking don't know, but that's what I'm being told. So you don't just, like, I remember mentioning recently something that Tag had said about Bellingham, and people are like, oh, right, so because Tag said, it's like, no, because these people don't say, this is going to happen, or that. They give an opinion, and you have to value that opinion if you know them and go, well, yeah, every single person that I know in which area that they are, what's the word? This is why the ITK stuff on Twitter is nonsense, right? Because even with all these people, you can still be in the dark, right? But you might get one person that gives you some information, right? One of the greatest contributors I've found... Okay. One of the greatest... Sorry, I got a notification on my watch. One of the greatest contributors that I found can provide... information regarding logistics regarding Liverpool Football Club. So without being specific, you know, logistics covers like maybe someone driving a vehicle to collect someone, or organising flights, or organising security, or things like that. So if I heard a rumour that, you know, someone said to me, such and such, his agent is flying in on Tuesday, Dunk, apparently, I can go, all right, mate, okay. Now, I wouldn't then reach out to the person that deals with logistics, because I'm not that kind of person. I don't do that. But if they reach out to me the next day and say, Dunk, just letting you know, such and such is coming in, I know that the first person was telling the truth and that it's been backed up by 2 people, so I will go with it, you know. And it's astounding, really. It's astounding. But I want to be very, very clear about this. Despite knowing all these people and in all these different capacities, sometimes you haven't got a fucking clue what's going on. But you can use common sense. So for me, when someone talks, I have got that wealth of information, and I do always bang on about the 25 years thing, because I do think I have something that some people don't. You know, it doesn't mean I'm better or I'm right, but it's experience. It's like I can get, you know, an electrician come to my house that's just fresh out of college. It's his first job, and he might do the job as good as a bloke that's been an electrician for 30 years. Do you know what I mean? But you can't deny that the 30-year-old guy will have more experience, yeah? And that's just something that you can't buy in life. You earn it as you're going along. And if there's anything, the young lad that's just come out of college, or young lass that's just come out of college, he should in theory look up to the guy that's got the experience. I'm not asking people to do that with me in the fucking slide. I don't care anyway. But I just try and explain to people that may be new in that. And with experience comes mistakes as well. With experience comes mistakes, and I've made many over the years. And when I say many, I don't mean in terms of I got that wrong, because I don't really like to make bold claims, to be honest with you. I prefer to let you guys make your own decisions. When I say got things wrong, I've maybe reacted to things wrong or conducted myself in a manner that I look back now and think, oh, fuck's sake, as if I did that. But you've got to remember, I was in my, I was 23, 24 or something like that when I started COP. So I look at my son now at that age, you know, and the pressure that people can put on you when they're mean and nasty when you're a young kid, you can react wrong to it. Do you know what I mean? And I didn't sign up for any of this really. I just created a website in a spare bedroom on a very old computer as a hobby back in the late 90s, and it exploded and became immense. And to be honest with you, I don't even try today with that website. I don't need to, because I'm an older guy. You know, if I was in my 20s, I was like working 16 hours, 18 hours every day to fucking, I don't want to do that now, do I? You know, so some people say to me, you really should grow your YouTube channel. Why? I don't want to grow it. I've done all that. You know what I mean? Back then, you got to remember that big companies were throwing money around left, right, and centre before the 2000, .com bubble burst in. So I made my money back then. Now I'm more about just want to get by. Just want a steak. Do you know what I mean? Want a steak for Saturday morning. It'd be lovely. That's it. And I've got a rescue dog. You know, and just want to be happy. That's it. So to me, my requirements and needs and wants are maybe different from some of these people that try to be something on Twitter or YouTube or podcasts. With me, it's just dunk, innit? Do you know what I mean? So, I saw some videos yesterday that came up on my feed somehow. I soon fucking got rid of them. But, Liverpool content, which is great, but like 20,000 views and stuff like that per video. And it all, people focus on that, I know, people that are new to YouTube. And we've got Adam Naylor, for example, with his YouTube channel. And he's just hit 1,000 subscribers, and he thanked, I don't know if he thanked me, but I know he has thanked me previously. I've certainly been really trying to push him, to get him to that 1,000 mark, because I really like him. He's the only YouTuber to do with Liverpool that I watch, and I want to see him do well. So my message to people, I always give little bits of advice to people like Adam. We could turn around and say, I don't need your advice, thank you, fine. But he doesn't. He always says, I'm really appreciative of your advice. And my advice to him and to anybody is, you don't need hundreds of thousands of views or millions of people or anything like that. Do you know what you need? Google it and it'll tell you whatever you do online. If you've got 1,000 loyal people, 1,000 loyal subscribers, 1,000 loyal, people that appreciate your work, they will support you through everything. So if you go, I'm launching it, if Adam Naylor then turns around and goes, and he's got 1,000 subscribers, that doesn't mean they're all loyal, right? So you do need more than that. But if you get 1,000 loyal followers, and he says, well, I'm going to do a podcast now, they'll all go and support the podcast. Do you know what I mean? Or I'm setting up a blog, they'll all go and support that. So that's all you need is 1,000. And you can give up your day job and do your passion. You don't need 10,000, 20,000, 500,000, 1 million. And the bigger you get, the less private and less personal it becomes. A lad came on my stream yesterday on my private, my personal YouTube channel, youtube.com/Duncan. I was gaming. He's called James98. He's a Leeds United supporter, right? But he watches my videos. And he came in and he was like, oh, yeah. And I was like, James, where have you been? I've not seen you for weeks, if not months. I've just been busy with work, Dunk. But I knew that he hadn't been on here for months. Would I be able to do that if there was zillions of people? You lose the personal touch then, I think. Jay Garrett, he's another one, massive Liverpool fan, Scouser, great lad, love him to bits. YouTube channel member on here. He listens to the podcast, the videos, he comes on the streams. Jay Garrett is fucking great. And Jay hasn't been on for a while, and he surfaced about a week ago. I was like, Jay, where have you been, man? You can't, like when people disappear, I worry about them, So did a big people, not big because I'm big, but did the big people notice when someone goes missing? Fuck that, I'm happy as I am. I'm good as I am. And I'm happy with the people that we've got. So let's keep it real. I'm very happy. You guys support me. I think I've got 1,000 loyal supporters. And we'll stay as we are. I don't want to work for a fucking living, guys. You know what I mean? I don't want to grow my channel. I don't want to fucking sit down and I couldn't tell you how many members there are on here or on the members website. I've never been able to do that in 25 years. And as some of you know that have been with me on that journey, people offered me back in probably around 99, 2000, when I'd only just started, in excess of £1 million for Cop Talk, and I turned it down. Do you know what I mean? Fucking idiot. But they wanted me, it was made very clear to me that I would work for them and have to do what they said. And if I wanted to change something on Cop Talk, I would have to ask them. That was number one thing that I didn't like. I was like, you fuck right off. I created this little baby. And number two, they said you need to exploit. You need to tap into the people you know. And an example that was given to me at the time was Tommy Smith, the Anfield Iron, right? Who was a good friend of mine at the time. He helped me immensely with Cop Talk. And when I set it up, and they were like, you need to exploit your relationship with Tommy, and I was like, fucking no, so they want to, don't get me wrong, I want to make money, but I want to make money to survive. My priorities are completely different to when I was in my 20s, when I wanted to drive around in a brand new Mercedes and did, and I did through my life. Then as you get older, your priorities change, and I get more satisfaction out, and now, seeing you guys enjoying the content, leaving nice comments, and just being a part of a community that I think is unrivaled online. I really do. And I'm proud as fuck of you guys and each other and all that shit. It's getting too fucking soppy now. Right, let's go. Colin will like it though, won't he? Right, guys, that's it. Very long video. I'm going to go and do I need to do a Cop Talk podcast, right? Yeah, I need to go and do some stuff. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you are a channel member, thank you so very much for supporting me. People always go, they'll lick the love out and they'll go, it'll £2 in the kitty, and they'll go, I'm sorry, Dunk, it's only £2. Only £2. Could you imagine if everyone did that? How much easier life would be, and what I could invest in the channel, and I could go all over and do all sorts, So don't ever think it's only £2 or, well, I'm a member, but it's only £3 a month, don't, but it all adds up, and it all adds up when it's an expenditure as well, because we've all got things that we pay for and shit. So trust me, I'm very grateful. But you don't have to be a channel member. You can thumbs up this video, you can leave a comment, you can contribute to what I think is a great community, and yeah, that's it. Or you could become a Cop Talk VIP member. That makes me really smile. I'll be having steak then. I keep it real, and that's it. That's how we're going to be. And then those fuckers that are moaning, oh look, it's an hour and 10 minutes, I'm watching that. Good, don't fucking watch it then. Alright guys, I'm off. If you've got any feedback regarding this video, either content to do with Liverpool stuff, please let me know. Thanks to you that get it, and thanks to every one of you that thumbs up the video and leaves a nice comment. And let's hope that we've got something exciting to talk about as the week progresses. Soon be the weekend. Alright guys, speak to you in a bit. Alright.